Well, a couple of you asked for it, so here it is, Circumcision, Part 2. Now, the question was asked, what do some modern religions, for example, the question particularly asked about Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, how do they look at circumcision? Let's start with Christianity. In fact, Christianity and circumcision have a long and sordid history. By modern standards, it's pretty widely treated as being neutral, unless you're Catholic, Eastern Orthodox, or one of the more conservative Protestant sects, such as Lutherans, who actually discourage the practice. Under the Catholic system, it's actually been forbidden since about the 15th century. This shouldn't be taken to and somehow imply that circumcision is uncommon among Protestants. Actually, in the United States, approximately 65% of male children in the last 10 years have been circumcised. Now, this number has decreased about 10% from the previous 2 decades, but still shows that the practice of ritualistic male genital mutilation is still widely practiced in North America. Now, within modern Islam, the practice varies quite a bit and occurs at various ages. In some traditions, children are circumcised, again, around at birth or within 7 days of birth, but in other places, circumcision doesn't occur until the onset of adolescence. One of the major splits within Islam regarding the practice of circumcision is drawn along Sunni and Shia divisions. Among the Sunni, it is an optional practice, but among the Shia, the practice of circumcision is compulsory. Now, within Christianity and Islam, the practice of circumcision is generally regarded as a medical procedure rather than one that is solely religious in nature. Most often, it's performed in a medical facility, although it is occasionally practiced in the home. This brings us to Judaism, and one of the questions I received was, Pat, what the fuck's a moil? Well, moils are rabbis specially trained in the practice of circumcision. And when I mean specially trained, I just mean someone says, this is how you do it, and then they do it according to what they claim to be an ancient religious tradition. Now, many moils use scalpels and specialized clamps that allow them to perforate and then remove the foreskin, while more traditional moils actually do not use specialized clamps and solely rely upon the removing of the foreskin with the sharp blade. Now, under Jewish custom, one of the things that immediately following the removal of foreskin is the drawing forth of blood, which, again, some moils accomplish by use of a hand-powered suction device, while others still use the traditional practice of using their mouth to draw forth blood from the circumcised region of the penis. Now, among moils using the traditional mouth drawing of blood method, there have been numerous complications, particularly the transfer of herpes simplex virus 1 to newborn infants. In 2012, a CDC study that showed that several children had been infected by herpes simplex, resulting in 2 fatalities. A 2013 study in Israel determined that nearly 32% of neonatal herpes simplex virus transmissions occurred during the procedure. Now, I hope that answers your questions a little more fully for those of you that had them and addresses the issue regarding rates in North America, plus the chance of infection and death following procedure, particularly those of you that asked about what's going on within Judaism and some of the information we gave you last time. And for now, that's been another Mad Fact with Pat.